Canada's worst car lot, where we got some deals for you. We got vans. We got limos. We got one of them flappy things. We got sidekicks. We got 7 guys with mustaches to help you. And her. And for every car you buy, I'll throw in a truckload of foam. Foam! We got a car made of string. We got a water tank car. We got a brand new Mustang. We picked this baby up just a few weeks ago, paid 60 grand for it. It's only got a couple of 100 miles on it. Make me an offer and you can drive it away today. Or actually, yeah, no, don't make me an offer on this car. Don't make me an offer on any of the cars in this lot because they've all been driven by the lousiest motorists in the nation. I mean, just look at them. When we began this, the country's most educational automotive show, 7 episodes ago, we started with the 7 lousiest drivers we could find from coast to coast. And now, we're down to just the final 3. These 3! And at the end of this, our final episode of the season, whoever of them is most deserving will be dishonored with this beautiful trophy and this ugly title. Canada's worst driver.
Canada's worst drivers are Alexis, a single mother who's been shrugging off our insistence to take safe driving seriously.
You looked at the wall. I don't care anymore.
Then there's Brandon, an emotional 21-year-old who, in just 10 months of driving, has written off 5 cars.
I hate reversing!
And finally, meet Brittany. Brittany has been responsible for more damage-causing collisions than anyone we've ever met in our 14-year history.
20 crashes and you never figured out maybe I should start paying attention. Wow.
Alexis volunteers to go first.
What are Alexis's chances of making this?
This is our annual 3 in a car challenge. And to pass it, drivers must slalom around 5 foam figures going forward, then return in reverse. A successful run must be completely hit-free and done in less than 50 seconds. And the vehicle for this challenge is our stretch limousine. What are the odds of Alexis passing this challenge?
Pretty good.
That's Jerry, the professional driving instructor who first taught Alexis how to drive 5 years ago.
If she loses focus, done like dinner.
I'm real nervous, man.
For all the marbles, someone's gonna be named Canada's worst driver, and it might be Alexis.
On her first run, Alexis steers hand over hand. And on the reverse,
I'm gonna hit her. I'm gonna hit her.
she starts looking all over the place.
This is really hard in reverse in a freaking limo.
Now she's losing it.
Our panel of experts are watching like hawks because following this challenge, the finalists will endure our mega challenge. And then their final challenge will be a public drive with me.
Come through safely, come through safely.
Based on those 3 challenges, Tim Danter, Shamala Kiru, Philippe Laterno, and Cam Woolley will help me decide who gets burdened with the unwanted title, Canada's worst driver.
Most people who pass this pick one way to reverse, and they use that because if you're doing this, looking all around, you'll get into trouble.
Yes.
Drivers will get 10 chances to pass this challenge, and on her second attempt, Alexis does much better.
That's 1 minute and 1, 2. That's a hit.
And this is a hit. And this is a worse hit.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Ah!
Oh.
It's on you whenever you're ready. Run number 6 is on.
And it's on time.
10 seconds to spare. Tons of time. Ah!
Alexis has the forward part of this drive figured out now.
She is right on the cusp of what that vehicle can handle going forwards. 13, 14, 15 seconds.
But the reverse is still erratic.
Run for your life. She's coming back.
We've been tough on Alexis in rehab, and it seems to have been good for her.
Oh, she's got 10 seconds to pull this off. She's got tons of time, tons of time.
But you did it.
Alexis passes the 3 in a car challenge.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Will Brittany also pass?
How many attempts do you think?
That's Mia, Brittany's sister.
Look where I want to go. Look where I want to go.
Focus.
Look where I want to go.
doing it.
Look where I want to go. Holy crap.
That's a ballsy opening run.
On her very first attempt, Brittany is hit-free and under the time limit.
Do not hit the brake.
That was almost excellent.
I got carried away at the end, cocky as
And it's the exact same story on the next 4 runs.
Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Oh, that sound.
By run number 6, I'm starting to give up hope.
She's got 10 seconds from there.
Am I good?
The clock doesn't stop until the front bumper's through.
Did we pass?
Did we pass?
What the is it?
What do you got to beat?
50 seconds.
What's less than 50?
49.9. My predicament. Oh,
Shut
yeah, buddy.
up.
Before rehab, Brittany couldn't reverse at all.
I passed with flying colors.
Following 2 successes, Brandon is stressed.
Oh, the pressure is on. Absolutely.
And the clock is on, too. Will he get up and back in less than 50 seconds? Whew, not if he steers like that, he won't. Oh, my God.
Look where you want to go. It's working. Look where you want to go. Look where you want to go. Look where you want to go. It's okay. Back up.
Just back up. Keep going.
Oh, on his first run.
It's okay. Breathe.
Keep it together, buddy.
Okay. Brush the hair, comb the hair. You're good. Just comb it. That helps you relax.
I stole this brush from you 2 years ago, and you've been wanting it back.
That's Sarah, Brandon's best friend.
If you pass within the 10 tries, I'll gladly give it back to you.
Okay. My last accident was because I was combing my hair, I wasn't paying attention, and I almost killed somebody.
Brandon, what's so special about this brush anyways?
Because it's my brush.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's touching my bum.
Oh, Lord.
And he's off.
Brandon looks out of control, but
He's got plenty of time.
Whoa.
whenever Brandon gets angry, his driving just disintegrates. And today is no exception.
Ah, that was the one! That was the one! You had it! I want you to aim for this when you come back. He had time to spare.
No! Brandon!
That was a brush with success. That was a brush with success. You had 3 seconds to spare. You had time to do it.
He's good for time on run number 7 as well. Brandon has said that if he's named Canada's worst driver, that he'll cut off his license and quit driving.
Bring it home, Brandon. Bring it home, buddy. Bring it home, bring it home, bring it home. Bring it home, you got this. Bring it home, buddy. Bring it home.
You did it. Good job.
He did it.
He did it!
Yes!
You did it. Good job.
Woohoo! Good job, bud.
Brandon gets his brush back.
Thank you so much.
I will never get in the car with Brendan again.
I'm never getting in a car with him again. He's scary.
When we come back, it's the
Mega
Challenge! It's that time of year again. That time where we make one more challenge course for the 3 finalists for Canada's Worst Driver to test them on a little bit of everything they've learned here at our rehab center. Now, tradition dictates that at this moment, I yell the name of this challenge for just a little bit longer than I did last year, so let me prep myself here for a second. It's time for the Mega That was good, but this tradition has to stop.
the tradition of watching me
Holy smokes!
make it perfectly through the Mega Challenge
Yeah, just like that.
has stopped.
I made it through.
Who cares?
Gotta go.
Let's watch Brittany, who doesn't drive with her phone anymore.
What's the greatest lesson you've learned in rehab?
Pay attention. It's like,
It blew your mind to learn that you should pay attention while driving.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, look where we want to go, Mia. And look where I want to go. Look where I want to go. Look where I want to go. Look where I want to go.
The Mega Challenge begins with something called the Eye of the Slalom,
Look where I want to go.
which Brittany has success with by looking where she wants to go. After that, drivers slow down
I'm going slower than a snail, so
to navigate their way through our forward precision steering section.
oh, get off. That's unsafe.
The precision steering section leads to a concrete trap that drivers must get turned around in before attacking the reverse precision steering section.
You know how to use your mirror now. You know how to use it.
I've been practicing.
Once the finalists leave our reverse section, it's time for some stunt driving.
Here's Brittany's 180 with the handbrake.
Look where I want to go. Release left. Yeah! Look at that! Yeah!
The final aspect of this year's Mega Challenge
Look where I want to go. Look where I want to go.
are 2 more arches and our icy
Where I want to
corner.
go. Going too fast. Brake. Oh, I almost had that one. That's okay.
Ah! You locked up at the end.
Yeah, I know exactly what I did wrong.
What Brittany did right was signing up for rehab in the first place.
I'm paying attention. I'm not using my phone. I'm looking where I want to go. And I'm using my mirrors. I just thought the mirrors were useless added on to the car. No, they actually really work, those mirrors. I get it.
When we come back, Alexis and Brandon do the
Mega
Challenge!
The finalists for Canada's Worst Driver are doing the
Mega Challenge.
And Alexis is up next.
And okay, I'm gonna do this one okay, looking where I want to go, and I cleared it.
You hit one of the arches.
Did I knock it down?
Yeah.
Oh.
You could tell from the impact and the way it fell over.
Oh.
From there, Alexis is perfect through the precision steering section and the turnaround corral.
Thousands of room over here. Thousands of room. Little less room over there, though.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
I didn't hit anything.
That's pretty damn good.
I'm gonna cry. So I'm looking through the object. I'm not gonna hit it. Look where you want to go. Look where you want to go. I'm going a little over 50, but I'm looking where I want to go. Okay. Brake. I'm looking where I want to go. I'm looking where I want to go. I'm looking where I want to go. Yeah!
Alexis can drive well, but only when she's really focused.
That's the most focused I've been this entire time.
Brandon will be the final driver.
Brandon's putting it all on the line, folks. He says that if he is named Canada's Worst Driver, he's going to cut up his license and perhaps quit driving forever.
51, that's okay. 2, that's okay.
It could have started better, that's for damn sure. You're sideswiping things, that's no good. Ooh. Brandon, come on, man, hold it together.
Yep, I know. I'm not getting angry.
I wish he'd also not hit things.
It's too late for that. There you go. Well done, sir. Well done.
Okay.
Well, almost well done.
Sharp left, sharp right. Son of a...
Brandon failed every single component of our mega challenge, so I don't have much hope for him on our icy corner.
Oh my God, Brandon! Oh my Lord! Good heap, man! What the? How did you do that?
I looked where I wanted to go and I hit the brake and I released it.
Yes!
I'm trying to be positive, but I'm worried Brandon is Canada's worst driver.
I don't believe I'm in the running for Canada's Worst Driver now.
When we come back, Canada's worst drivers do their final public drives.
There's your bus that you just cut in front of.
Every year on Canada's Worst Driver, we rent a fancy car for the final drive. This year, we scoured all of the places that rent convertibles.
And we came up with a Mustang! Ironic, isn't it, that Canada's Worst Drivers learned to drive on a Mustang, and now they'll be driving a Mustang. What could possibly go wrong?
Brittany will be the first out of the gate.
Is Mia going to let you drive her children when you go home?
As long as I don't this up.
This will be a drive through the streets of Hamilton. We'll tackle the neighborhoods, the downtown, the highways, and beyond.
Let's do it.
Once they leave this maze of university campus roads, the 50-kilometer journey will unfold thusly.
You're going to turn right
onto Haddon Avenue.
I will tell the driver to turn onto an upcoming street.
Turn right onto King Street West.
It's up to the driver to find that street and make the turn.
Creep forward a wee bit here. No cars coming. There's a bicycle coming. No, we're good.
Look at you doing the running commentary.
Yeah.
Brittany loves the running commentary.
Green light. There's cars coming there. Slow down a little bit. Nobody in the crosswalk.
The running commentary is Tim's method of keeping drivers engaged with the task of driving by saying out loud anything that's relevant to them on the road.
There's no sign that says do not turn on red light, so I'm allowed to do that.
That's
with
correct.
The pedestrians, there's no bikes coming.
So before, when you didn't do the driver commentary,
That's why I hit. So I'm gonna make a U-turn right here. There's no signs that say I can't, so I'm allowed to.
Brittany knows to look for a no U-turn sign because,
I've been studying like a crazy one.
is that right?
Yeah.
thanks to her nightly study sessions, Brittany is now an expert in road signs and road rules.
It's absolutely insane the amount I've learned.
Right.
Like, it's just,
My head would have exploded if I'd had to drive with Brittany on the highway before rehab.
It's on. Get ready to merge.
Has she really become a safe driver?
Nice. Where are you looking?
I'm looking actually at that big truck up there because he just put his brake lights on.
Exactly what I taught her. Look a couple of vehicles ahead of you. Anticipate what the traffic up ahead's doing so you can respond appropriately.
I think this is one of the best final drives I've seen.
Yes, Brittany is a safe driver.
That's great. Have you made a single mistake yet?
No,
Not a one.
no,
You're gonna get your niece and nephew back.
absolutely.
Brittany remains absolutely perfect all the way back to the starting point.
I don't have anything to say to you except for the friggin' obvious. And that, my dear, is that you are not Canada's worst
Perfect.
driver.
Thank you.
Brittany gets a gold star for her perfect final drive.
Flawless.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brandon is petrified, so I've been telling him we don't have to go.
I repeat, man, we don't have to go.
I know, but like, I don't want to be a quitter. I don't want to be a quitter if
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
do it.
want to be someone who's bent around a phone pole, so just quitting sometimes is the wise thing.
But I want to do this.
Only if you're ready to go will we go.
I am ready.
Let's drive.
2 minutes into his drive, Brandon is instructed to turn left on Main Street.
So right here?
Well, there's no left turn allowed.
What I don't realize is that Brandon slowed down to turn left here because he has no idea what this one-way street sign means.
Because that's a one-way. You can... No. Don't give people the finger.
I don't give a It's pissing me off.
Oh, I care.
Oh my God.
Completely inappropriate response.
Not long after that, I want Brandon to make a U-turn.
Now look at the signs. What do they tell you?
Left turn signal.
The left turn signal is red, but Brandon goes anyway.
Well, you do see the left turn signal.
Running a red light in Ontario costs you $260 if you're caught, plus a $60 victim surcharge and $5 for office expenses, totaling $325. Oh, and there's 3 demerit points.
That's a red light. Yeah.
Was there a sign that said I couldn't do it?
Yeah, there was. In a clearly marked slow section, Brandon's going
60.
60. And right here it says, what's the speed limit?
40.
When you're 20 over the limit in Ontario, it costs $3.75 per kilometer that you're over. Translation, this infraction could have cost Brandon $75.
Just give me the out of this car. I'm gonna snap. Like I'm just shaking.
All right, let's pull over then. And we'll take a minute.
When Brandon calms down, He wants to continue.
Okay.
You good?
All right. We'll get back on the road.
Sure.
Now Brandon wants to go against the flow of another clearly marked one-way street.
Look, look, look. There it is.
Oh.
That black sign with the white arrow. Did you know that means one way?
No.
That should be so basic.
Yeah, it's... we got a problem.
Wow, you're close to the curb. You're on the curb.
The cost of a careless driving ticket is up to the discretion of the officer. This intersection has a sign saying no right turns on reds.
I'm going now.
But Brandon turns right on the red.
Dude, we're gonna pull up here and we're gonna pull over.
And I'm going to tell Brandon the truth.
You, to me, well, I'm gonna look you in the eye when I say this. You're to me, someone who shouldn't drive.
When we come back,
Whoa, 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 man.
What do you
Oncoming
mean?
traffic.
I saw them. I cleared them.
Alexis has her drive. And Brandon may or may not finish his.
To driving.
To driving.
Or quitting driving. Either one.
The finalists for Canada's Worst Driver are doing their ultimate public road tests today. And Brandon has had to pull over twice.
We put rules of the road books in your room with you. You haven't looked at them.
I don't know. I'm not the type of person who reads books, Andrew.
Quitting this drive, I think, is the responsible thing to do.
I know, but I like...
30 minutes later,
I do wish to continue.
Your anxiety is gone from your voice, from your body language. You'll look a million times better.
Yeah, I do. I do feel like a lot better.
And so I need you to be like you are now. Freaking out is not fine. It just is not.
I understand.
Okay, you sure this is the right thing to do?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
All right.
what we're doing is heading for the highway.
That was orange for plenty of time for you to stop, and now it's red as you're going through it.
But going there, I get scared because Brandon is looking about 20 meters in front of the car and seeing nothing else that's around him.
What is that above your head?
So I get him to pull over again.
Is driving on the highway something you really want to do today?
Yes. Yes. It's something that I wanted to do today.
Okay. Get ready, buddy. We're going to enter the highway.
Oh man, this is scary.
So as you look down, you're going to see the highway traffic, and that's the speed you want to match. So here we go. Okay? Look beside you. Look in front of you as well. Slow down.
Okay.
There you go. And take that left lane. And now back off. Back off. Drop your shoulders and breathe for me. Drop your shoulders and breathe. There you go. Relax.
Safe highway driving involves checking your mirrors and moving your eyes to understand everything that's going on around you. But Brandon doesn't do that. He just stares dead ahead.
Where are you looking?
Straight ahead.
Give me the running commentary. What do you see?
3 kilometers to the exit.
Correct. What else do you see? I want you to look around. I want you to keep your eyes moving.
Brandon's eyes don't move. Thankfully, Brandon does make a safe lane change.
And here's our exit.
But when he gets off the exit ramp, Brandon is instructed to get into the left lane, but he gets stuck in the right.
Can I do a U-turn here?
You tell me.
You cannot do a U-turn. Around a no U-turn sign. That was clear as a bell. That one had a sign that says no U-turn.
What?
No matter how much I beg, Brandon just won't move his eyes around, so he's unable to see the obvious.
Oh, that. Red light. You're not supposed to drive through them.
You're also not supposed to go 80 in a 50 zone.
Oh, I'm going 80.
This is a marked 50.
If Brandon doesn't start using his eyes to scan his surroundings, someone's going to die.
Dude, that's a stop sign. That's a stop sign.
Oh, yo, and that was a blind stop sign too. With a bus, you have no idea who's coming. That was a T-bone situation if someone was coming through. Yeah.
I didn't even see the stop sign.
Yeah, it was the big octagonal red thing.
That's one of the worst final drives I've ever seen in this show.
Is that a
Yes.
normal drive for you?
That was the normal drive for me.
Normal? It is abnormal to hit the road with no knowledge of road signs or road rules.
You were supposed to study the book.
I know, and I myself over.
Alexis finally agrees to the same stakes as Brandon and Brittany.
I'll cut up my license if I'm named Canada's worst driver.
All right.
And also like Brandon, Alexis did not study at all for this test.
You're blocking the
I thought I
pedestrian.
could pull up, though.
You can pull into a crosswalk, but only if it's safe to do so.
That pedestrian standing there does not make it safe to do so.
And again, like Brandon, Alexis doesn't look up to see if she can turn right if this turns red.
And wait for this lady to cross. And she is cleared. And
So what does that sign there say?
What? Oh, jeez. But now I'm in the intersection. I have to go now.
From there, Alexis turns left into a bus lane. Then she turns left from the wrong lane. And then she turns left, even though it's clearly marked she can't.
Oh,
Did you see that?
no.
One thing Alexis is doing well is the running commentary.
The intersection's clear, so is that one. I see a green light, but then I see a red light, so I'm coming off gas after this intersection.
This is good. The commentary helps.
It does.
It's highway time, and the driver commentary should help here as well.
I am checking my rear view mirror, and I see the other Mustang behind us.
Good.
Alexis stays good all the way to the end of her drive. Which means I can proudly tell you that our 14-year perfect safety record is still intact.
14 years of this.
Is there going to be a 15th?
I have no idea if my heart can hold out.
Alexis certainly didn't learn everything, but she did learn a lot.
I can admit that I was an idiot before I came here, but I'm not an idiot leaving.
Yay, not an idiot school. Hooray!
Yes.
Canada's worst driver, producing not idiots since 2005.
When we come back,
Canada's worst driver is...
before the experts and I decide who is Canada's worst driver, the three finalists will have a chance to discuss their time in rehab with us. Starting with Brittany, whose final drive was perfect.
And I thank Tim. You know, like I thank you from the bottom of my heart, right? Like if I can drive like that successfully every day, I get the gold star.
If Alexis drives like she did every day, her star won't be gold.
The final drive wasn't great, and I know that.
It's not the worst I've seen, but I've seen other people be named Canada's worst driver that actually drove a little better than that.
One of the other participants spent a lot of time studying and preparing and really investing their personal time into this process, and I think that could have really helped you.
Now that I've completed the drive, I agree.
What do you think? You Canada's worst driver?
Well, you guys are starting to make me think like I am.
Maybe we'll give Brandon the title. He had to pull over and regroup 3 times during his final drive.
The rage got in the way again, so did my emotions, but I still managed to, you know, complete the course, so.
There was just too much emotional escalation in the vehicle that I just don't think it's safe.
I felt more than okay to continue. That's why I wanted to, you know, finish it off. Like,
I thought it was actually hopeless when you didn't know what a one-way street meant. You were going through red lights. You don't know the rules of the road. To me, it was, this guy is a write-off. Stop now.
Are you Canada's worst driver?
I don't believe so, no.
It's clear to me that in this final episode, Brandon was the worst driver.
But Cam, you were saying something earlier that sticks with me, and that is that Alexis essentially got lucky that she was in a year that had Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Frankly, there are many other years when it would be her.
Given the fact that she drove worse on the final test than other people who in the past were named Canada's worst driver, do we insist still that she cut up her license? Which one of you is Canada's worst driver?
Alexis.
Brittany, only one thing is certain. It's not you.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect is right. Perfect was your final drive. So you are this season's final graduate, which means it's hug o'clock.
Thank you.
Before rehab, Brittany never paid attention while driving.
Hi, baby.
She was so dangerously distracted, her sister wouldn't let her drive her children.
Watch what you're doing, Britt. You're in the other lane.
Oh, sorry.
How many cars have you wrecked that belong to other people?
About 50.
In rehab, we repeatedly pointed out to Brittany that safe driving requires paying attention. And that blew her mind.
I never thought that I had to pay attention while I was driving. Like, it was like, when I found that out.
Her misunderstanding of road rules blew my mind.
I always thought that the solid lines meant that you can pass.
No.
But it was her performance this episode that blew the experts' minds. We all had doubts.
Yeah, look at that!
But Brittany is clearly rehabilitated.
Have you made a single mistake yet?
No.
Not a one?
No.
In the 14 years that we've been in business,
You're the perfect student.
Yeah.
You've learned all of the major important
Yeah.
lessons that we've taught you.
no one has had a greater turnaround than Brittany.
It was a life-changing experience.
And when she goes home, she will once again be allowed to drive her sister's children.
So great knowing she can drive with my kids in the car finally.
Congratulations, Brittany. Fantastic. Really well done.
Good job, Brittany.
Be careful out there, hey?
I will.
And then there were two. It's getting late. I'm not going to waste your time with a long speech. I'm just going to get right to the punchline. Canada's worst driver is Brandon.
You kidding me?
I'm not kidding, sir. But Alexis, let's you and I talk.
Okay, let's talk.
You said that you would cut up your license if you were named Canada's worst driver. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut up your license. Yeah, watch this.
Andrew, stop.
You see that?
No.
You see that?
Andrew.
Do you think I should do that?
No.
Watch this. Watch. That just happened. There's your license.
Stop! Why would you do that to me? You're gonna make me cry. Don't cut up my license.
Because there's a serious point to be made about how unsafe you are. We don't have the legal right to cut up your license. That's yours. Okay? I'll give that back to you.
Thank you. I've learned so much here, and it really upsets me that you guys still think I'm a threat to safety.
Before coming to rehab, Alexis had been T-boned with her baby in the car.
What's that noise? That was just my phone.
But even that didn't change her careless ways.
Ooh.
In rehab, Alexis was not the easiest person to teach.
This is stupid.
Because instead of analyzing her failures,
I think this is stupid.
she shrugged the challenges off as impossible.
This is rigged. This is rigged. I didn't come here to dick around. I came here and I worked my ass off. And again, it's a shame that Andrew and the panel didn't see that. And I just don't really care that they didn't, because I came here for me and my daughter, and I'm leaving here a better driver for me and my daughter.
Alexis did become more skilled as a driver.
You, ma'am, are a parallel parker.
I am a parallel parker.
Much more skilled, in fact. But she wasn't invested enough in educating herself
I didn't study.
to earn the title graduate.
I know, and everyone else here knows that I am a graduate. I don't need them to tell me I'm one to be one.
Thanks for learning so much, Alexis. But keep studying, hey? Dude, it's just me and you. This is your license. And this is not a duplicate. This is the real McCoy. Thank you. You ready for this? It's not just the cutting of the license, it's this ugly statement. I have to give you, oh, jeez, this trophy and say the words, "You're Canada's worst driver."
Brandon has only been a licensed driver for 10 months.
Oh my God. Is this a one-way?
But in that time, he's hospitalized 5 people.
You just ran a red and you almost hit a pedestrian.
In rehab,
We're just going for a Sunday afternoon drive.
I know. Just
Brandon's extreme emotions were completely unpredictable.
Brandon! Brandon! Brandon!
I tried, man.
I know, man.
I really do.
And even though he did enjoy some successes,
I did it!
Brandon's failures outshadowed any good news stories. Brandon couldn't figure out reversing.
I hate reversing!
Brandon couldn't get a grip on pedal control. And when it came to high-speed maneuvering, Brandon was far more out of control than in.
I am Canada's worst driver.
He sure is.
Well, dude, that's a stop sign. That's a stop sign. Oh.
Brandon's final drive was one of the worst I've ever experienced. Unquestionably,
No.
Brandon is Canada's worst driver.
It's just true. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Andrew.
You are Canada's worst driver.
In the 5 months that have passed since shooting this season, Brandon has been true to his word and has not driven once.
Brandon, what's so special about this brush anyways?
'Cause it's my brush.
Oh yeah? Well, it's touching my bum.